Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Mabel, what are you drooling for? Hey, everybody, welcome back. Listen, welcome back to another episode of OnlyFeehans, and it's OnlyFeehan Day. Only me, only Kerryn, Elizabeth Feehan, because I don't need anyone else. I wonder about my armpit hair today. Oh, yeah, that's long. We got a little length going on. It's just like I'm coming out of the winter, you know, I'm not ready to shave everything yet. I'm going to Florida on Friday. That's when I'll shave. I like to do that, like a chia pet, kind of grow it out so then you get a really smooth shave. Do you do that, Nicole?
I feel like I just chia pet is like kind of my default. And then at some point I'm like, it's getting real bad.
Yeah.
You shave, not wax?
Yeah. Are you a waxer?
No, I shave. But
Yeah,
you
me
struck me as like a laser hair removal gal for some
You
reason.
think I'm a fucking hairy Italian? What are you trying to say?
No, because I feel like you're really into like your beauty regimen.
I, knock on wood, lucky enough, have never felt the need to go full laser. Although I tried it once, or maybe it was waxing on my legs, and it was so painful. Like the back of my, like my calves or whatever hurt so much. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I have eczema. It's not bad now. Ever since I quit drinking, my eczema basically went away. Heads up, if you have eczema, you might want to quit drinking, see what happens. But that, because of that reason, I wouldn't shave for like, 2-3 days at a time. Because if I shaved every day, I'm getting razor bumps and irritation here. So now I just kind of let it ride a little bit. I time it out so that I know I'll be nice and smooth when I see my boyfriend. My boyfriend is, I don't want to say he's the only good thing in my life right now, but I just, it's like you can have like 3 good things happen and then one thing that disappoints you happens and it just cancels out all the 3 good things. And that's kind of like what this business is, I feel like, a little bit. When is this going to come out? So this is going to come out after, or we can drop it before, right?
Yeah, whenever it could be this Friday or next Friday.
Maybe we might bump. Who are we bumping then? Palufo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we might be able to do that. All right, Kerryn, stop saying your inner monologue outside of your face. Because I got road dates I want to plug. I'm going to be at Roar Comedy Club March 22nd and 23rd, 8 p.m. shows each night. And if you're like, Kerryn, come to Boston. That's close enough, okay? That's close enough for you to start planning now and come to the show. It's part of a casino. There's a really great steakhouse there that I ate at last time. It's MGM. But anyway, come out to that. And then the following weekend, I'm in Louisiana for 2 shows. Lafayette Comedy and then Lake something Comedy. Mabel, what in God's name? And then Austin, Texas, headlining the Vulcan Comedy Club. Mabel, these are my plugs. This is the most important part. Austin, Vulcan, March 31st. And then I'm going to be I'm going to be in Los Angeles, May 1st through May 5th. And I've got some stuff going on. I'm on Joe List's show. He's also with Mark doing live Tuesdays with Stories at the Comedy Store. I think it's me and Tim Dillon right now are the guests. And then I got a couple other shows. But if you see this podcast and you're in LA, hit me up if you've got a podcast you want me to do, a show you want me to jump on. Because a lot of these shows are like in the afternoon. So I'm still trying to fill up my week. Even though my boyfriend's going to come with me and we'll probably like go to dinner and everything in Los Angeles. I have such a good boyfriend. 10 out of 10 boyfriend. He offered, and I mean, it may not come to fruition, but I did get a little overwhelmed with the travel. The month of March has been a little hectic. I feel like it's like gigs, road gigs every weekend. Shout out to Michigan and Detroit. The alt shows in Michigan were great, like the independent ones. And then I did the House of Comedy last weekend. And those crowds were absolutely hilarious. I was a little irritated that the club itself does not film. And I communicated that. And my manager told me that my email was not that smart. So I texted him back, "You're not that smart. You're fired." I'm sorry. But the owner of the club responded with, "You have a point." And I do. So if you are a frigging comedy club owner, and the small comedy clubs are doing it, they're already doing it. They have in-house production. They have local people that are happy to come film for 25, 50. I don't know how much money. I'm not going to throw rates around. I don't know. But that will film. And it's just in this day and age, and listen, I don't love that we're in a clippy clips world, but we are, okay? That's the reality of the situation. That's how, impressions are made. Eyes, if you want to get eyes on your club, eyes on your content, eyes on your comics, you got to create the content. You can't just have a comic there, performing 3-hour-long performances and then have zero proof. Shout out to Noodle Arm Guy. Oh my God. Some of the best crowd work that you guys will never fucking see. I'm going to try to make it into a joke. But he was just such a good sport. He was paralyzed on his left side all the way down. My first question, because I have had injuries, was, were you right hand dominant? And he wasn't. He was a lefty, and that got paralyzed. Poor thing. But he was such a good sport about it. He was talking about how he still slaps his wife on the ass. And I was like, you probably have to run and wind up. And I did a very funny act out that you guys will never fucking see. Whatever. I did let my emotions get the best of me, and I was probably a little more irritated than I should have been. A little bit of a dry drunk behavior I still participate in. It's tough. Sometimes I can have a reaction internally and calm myself and not have a reaction to myself, right? I feel the emotions, I go through the thought process, I think the bad things. And then an hour later when I respond or react, I am more level-headed and even keeled and can speak, without this undertone of disrespect and sarcasm. But when I'm on 4 hours of sleep and I'm pissed off, it's just let it fucking rip. I don't give a shit. I messaged Ida Rodriguez, something like that. If you guys don't know Ida Rodriguez, she's a really funny comedian. But she posted this thing because some male comics were going around to the different clubs she was headlining and asking the owners how much she was getting paid, implying that they should get paid that or more. And they, were probably, I'm assuming, not on her level. And so she went on live and just fucking tore him a new one. So I sent her a message. I was like, I bet you have people that are saying, you're above this, Ida. You're above this. Don't stoop to their level. But I don't say that. I say, fuck them. Let it fucking rip. Sometimes people need to be told to fuck off. I almost told a doodle dog owner off this morning. I actually tried to. I was very passive aggressive with her, but she had earbuds in. You can't have earbuds in at a dog park. You know what I mean? Because you have to hear you need all of your senses to be aware enough to prevent dog fights or to, get involved if you have to break one up. Because this fucking dumb ass doodle came into the dog park and she's one of these owners that is my dog's friendly, but my dog's friendly. Nope, your dog has bad manners. Your dog jumped over on top of every single person that was in there and then immediately stole a ball from another dog and wouldn't give it back. Your dog is the type of kid, if we're doing that analogy, that deserves to be bullied. If you come in and you disrespect everyone and you have no manners and you're new to the group and you're stealing shit, don't be surprised when you get punched in the face or when all the kids fucking jump you because you're the problem. I've decided to quit smoking marijuana today. I don't know if that's reading. People are fucking giving me a lot of shit in the comments about my trans, not even a trans joke. I was amusing. I was just pontificating about my situation that I do have a relatively large trans person who attends my bar classes sometimes at my gym. I actually don't even take bar classes that much anymore, but in this specific one, he was smashing his balls together in a way that he was moaning and it was disruptive to the rest of the class. Does that make me anti-trans? I don't know. I bet you that I have more trans friends than all the fucking people commenting combined, though. Real friends. Guess what? They don't fucking care. They're fucking cool. Granted, they're comedians, the majority of my trans friends, but they don't fucking care. Nikki Norton's going to be on the pod. Get ready for that. She's my favorite. She presents as more feminine than a lot of my fucking female friends. So there you have it. There was a guy so this morning is Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, I take a class at 9:30 called Gluteus Max Out. And then it's followed by core. Like, I think it's a 20 or 30-minute core class. Gluteus max out is like barbells and a lot of hip thrusts and some resistance bands and Bulgarians. Like, it's a really good glute routine. And it's almost always all women. But there's a new guy. His name is Ron. He was there today and he was in my GTX class on Monday. Ron's annoying. Ron thinks he's like the guy and he's there to pump everybody up and he's like, yeah. Like when it's like, whenever the teacher would be like, you have 15 seconds left, Ron's like, yeah. And, you know, the teacher has to be nice to him because, you know, she's reading it as excitement and yada, yada. I find it obnoxious. I think you're a grown man. You can keep your goofy yeahs in your head. Your inner monologue is fine, especially if nobody else is having these outbursts. It's always meant, you guys can't fucking just control yourselves. It's either like, ugh! Like it's either full groans or you guys are like, yeah. And it's like, why are you so hype? You're in the girl butt class. What are you so stoked about, bro? Go on the gym floor. Go get some PRs. Go lift with the dudes. Now I'm going to get in trouble for being fucking anti-gay. I'm not. That guy, I don't think that guy is gay. I think he's just annoying. Sorry, Ron. Ron's probably heartbroken. Here's the thing. I was lifting heavier than Ron. You fucking bitch. He was he reminded me of Lewis. He was like big, bald Spanish guy. He was just like, he bailed on every exercise and then he was yelling too much. I was doing 40 pounds for my deadlifts because in those or 40 pounds on each side. So 80 total. But deadlifts in those classes, it's like high reps. It'll be like a slow countdown and then up, but you're doing like 12 to 15 of them. So it's not easy. I mean, I get every rep in. Ron kept dropping the fucking bar. Shout out to Mary O from Lifetime. She's my favorite teacher. I got to quit the vaping though. I think I'm definitely quitting. But somebody commented on one of our videos too. Remember I was complaining about those like heart pains I was getting? They're like, it's the vape. And I believe it. You don't believe it?
No, I actually have talked to so many people, two.
Okay.
Me plus two, three. One of them is you, and one of them is me.
I thought you meant other people also, but you were like two, the number two. I'm talking to two other people.
Because I was having really serious chest pains for a year, and I don't smoke, and it was scaring the shit out of me. And I saw my doctor. They gave me an EKG, did all the things. Like, it's fine. There's like a little something on there, but don't worry about it. I'm like, I'm worried. I ended up like trying to ignore it for a year, still was going on. Eventually went to a cardiologist, blah, blah, blah. What he told me is that I guess this is common, especially in women, especially with like working from home. Not that you really do that, but with
yes,
like,
I do.
with like crouching. So maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like
Nicole crouching. So maybe,
depending on your angle,
okay.
but the,
it's in this zone,
your
right?
ribs,
yeah.
like the tendons or muscles or whatever between your ribs gets inflamed and creates like this sharp shooting pain randomly that feels like heart pain. Yeah. And it's like typically in here and here. And I forget what it's called, but the second I found that I was like, ugh. And then it's almost stopped immediately.
Interesting.
Learning that my heart was fine, but so probably some of it was anxiety. But if you also like open up your back, that can help. So that's what happened to me.
No,
it
sounds like it. Like I told her it was an abdominal cramp today, but it was. It's like the pain I've been having forever. I just lied to my teacher because I had to stop because it's so shooting and tight and it's like right behind my rib. And she goes, "Is it an abdominal cramp?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You're dehydrated." And I was like, "I drink so much fucking water. I don't know." Well, I'm not going to the doctors. That's for sure. That's my new joke in my act. Hate to be that person, but I go, that's the best thing about having an OnlyFans. I never go to the doctors. I'm naked all the time. I figure these people see something, they'll say something. Nobody a bigger fan of me than me. I love my boyfriend. Even if he doesn't do this thing that he offered to do, just like the offering of it, like the plausibility of it, it just made me feel so fucking good and like supported and taken care of. Because the truth is, the travel's getting a little overwhelming for me with Mabel care. So he goes, well, maybe I can fly to New York and then we can drive to Roar Comedy Club with her. I don't know if it's a dog-friendly hotel, but we'll figure it out. And he's like, and like do the shows and have Mabel there. I mean, having a man to do that for me, you have a boyfriend, you have a team with your dog. It's so nice. Like just the concept of having a guy like help me with that. There's nothing better. Is my bar low? Do we think my bar is too low? To me, that's a huge undertaking. That's a huge endeavor. Like renting a car, dealing with a 70-pound dog, dealing with me on show days, which is probably not pleasant. Because I'm like, I don't have any new jokes. Everyone hates me. Nobody's buying tickets. Not fun. Usually my jaw's too tense to give really good head. I am going to see my family on Friday. I'm going to spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning with my family in Florida. And then I'm going to Key West. And I keep referring to my boyfriend as my boyfriend, and people keep challenging me. Dog moms, comedians, like boyfriend? You're calling him your boyfriend? It's really your boyfriend. Yeah. And it's so nice. We FaceTime every night for like hours. And it's really nice not to be on the hunt. Not that I ever was, but you guys saw what I was doing. I was green lighting every fucking 6'2", 27-year-old from here to Denver. Look at our new hoodies. Nicole and I got new hoodies. Adopt, don't shop. You hear that, doodle owners? You fucking nerds. Stop spending thousands of dollars on your shitty hamster dogs. This is for Miss Peaches, Dave Portnoy's new dog. Well, I feel like we got to do like a TikTok or something. Also, like, this is so well done and how fast they got it done. It looks exactly like her. If you guys don't know who Miss Peaches is, she's Dave Portnoy's new dog, and Nicole and I are obsessed. She looks more like Raspberry than Mabel, but she looks more like me than Nicole with her droopy nipples. Miss Peaches was like bred for what? Dog fighting or something? Or they made her breed for puppies? We don't know.
I don't know. I remember him saying they found her in like a hoarding situation, but part of what's made this process so amazing for me is watching Dave.
Yes.
And like seeing the way he is with her and like hearing his little dog voice is like, you're a human with feelings. Yeah. It's crazy.
I know. And I think it was Silvana. Like, I think he was always a dog guy, but I think his girlfriend, that girl Silvana, because she had Brody, who was like an older pit bull. And I have a feeling Dave really fell in love with that dog. I bet you it was hard for him to like be without a dog when they broke up. My question is, I'm kind of curious who's doing a lot of the filming. Do we think there's a new girl in Dave's life?
Well, I was wondering that too, because I didn't even know they broke up until you said that like a week ago or something.
Yeah. And that was not that it was why they broke up, but I do remember her saying things like, or type, like, I don't know. I love her. I think she's one of the prettiest people I've ever seen in my life. But she was like, I would never get a new dog because it wouldn't be fair to Brody. So I think her dog was a little anti other dogs. But it is so nice. He is such a human. And I mean, that dog hit the jackpot too. People love to fucking talk. People are always so self-righteous and they know everything about everything. She's clearly having struggles like walking and stuff. And he got her this like a wagon that he pulls her around in. And I read the comments sometimes and people are like, Dave, you're in over your head, man. She's fucking terrified. You got to get her a trainer. Da, 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 da. It's like, maybe you could do a little work and like make her feel more comfortable on the outside. But bitch is living in acres and acres in Miami and Nantucket. Like, she's fine. Like, even if she doesn't want to interact with the outside world ever again, she doesn't fucking have to. She lives in a palace.
Yeah, I read the comments on them too. And everyone's going to have an opinion. I always read the comments on dog videos, even though it harms my brain because everyone has an opinion. Mm-hmm. But also, like, being someone who just adopted a dog a few months ago, I know that from all my research, the most important thing is building that bond with that dog first. So they trust you and give a shit enough to even listen when you start the training. Like, getting them feeling secure and comfy with you is so important. Mm-hmm. And she's so new. She just got there from like a crazy situation. Right. And he's bringing her like bones from Carbone and stuff.
I know, dude. It's like the
best.
Goyard dog bowls. Stop it. That I was like, stop. But how much are they? But stop. I think they were like $4,000. Oh, you know what I saw? Do you know Chloe Sevigny? Am I saying her last name right? Sevigny. Who's so fucking cool. I love her. I love that she hates LA. She had like a stoop sale. Or not even a stoop sale. I think she just gave all her shit away. Like she was giving like Chanel. She was on the Tonight Show or the Late Show. I don't know what. Talking about this. I sent it to Micah. I was like, how do we find out about this shit? Because she's like, yeah, I gave all my clothes away. And then a week later, I saw this girl with my Chanel bag. And then I saw this other girl with my Louis coat. And I was like, give me your shit. Give me your shit. Fuck. I don't know what to talk about today, Nicole. Joe List. Joe List's always on my mind because he's running my career. Nobody else is more invested in my career than Joseph Elizabeth List. Shooting a short film with him this afternoon. Me, Katie Hannigan, and Matt Wayne. So look out for that. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I'll do my best. And yeah, the one that we made with Sam Rubinoff is premiering at that Netflix as a joke fest. Should we take an intermission?
Do you want to do more acting?
Yeah. Acting's great. Acting's fun, and I feel confident in my abilities when it comes to acting. I had a ton of training, I went to like theater camp, and then I went to 4 years of college, studied Meisner, read Uta Hagen, Who's the other one? He's like the Russian one. It's not Stanislavski, is it? He was a Stanislavski. But then there's also who's the NYU bitch that they named all the shit after? She was a bitch too. Who am I thinking of?
You were also completely right about that.
What?
Stanislavski?
Yeah, nailed it.
So you studied theater.
Yeah. Stanislavski, I think he was like methody, but Meisner was like, it was this exercise we used to have to do, and you would just sit across from your scene partner and like repeat the same word over and over till somebody cried. I swear to God, till somebody cried or laughed or peed their pants. It was just like this creation of tension that was supposed to evoke some sort of emotion. But acting class was so fun because you performed every week. We would get like a scene. It was almost always a John Patrick Shanley script. And you would get, you would rehearse with your partner in your dorm. And I remember the first scene I ever did in acting class, it was like a breakup scene, but this couple was like, they would make out and then they would fight and they would make out and they would rip and like claw at each other. And I was 18, 19, but I was fucking going for it in these classes. And I remember you just get great feedback. I was in the BA program and they also had a BFA program, and those guys always seemed better than us. Like I auditioned for the guy who taught, the guy who was like the head of the BFA program. I just wanted to get into his class, and I did my senior year, which is when my alcoholism really started kicking in. But he was so mean. Richard Niles, his name, I think, and he looked like the guy from Inside the Actors Studio, James, what's his face, and. Is that Richard Niles? Yeah, Marymount. There he is. Fucking so mean. Oh my God, he was so mean. Mean, gay. Is he still alive? He was so mean. But he got great work out of everybody. He was one of those break you down, build you back up type of vibes.
Oh no, that's not him.
That's not him. The guy you had at first was him.
I'm looking up if he died.
Oh.
I had Googled his name with obituary.
I think he might have. But I remember him saying to me after one scene in particular that like I was struggling through and not really getting and not really nailing. Because for a while you would do this, I would anyway, this like type of very presentational versus representational. Presentational is like, I'm Kerryn acting like I'm this girl. And then representational is, I'm this girl. I've become this girl. I eat my own boogers. And he, throughout the scene, I remember it was like struggle until like the last day. He like looked at me. He's like, you finally figured it out. I was like, I'm drunk. Because I did audition for like the senior production and I was like slightly tipsy. I used to go to Spice, and because they would give you like free rosé with the lunch deal, I would get hammered on my college lunch breaks. But yeah, acting, it's funny. I was looking at this. I made this film called Shit Faced with my friend Steven Tannenbaum like 10 years ago now at this point. And yeah, I mean, when I first made it, I had no problem watching it. I was like, this is great. And some scenes I still like. I'm like, this is good. But there are certain scenes and I'm just like, cringe, cringe, cringe. But the thing, acting, like theater acting, I kind of like, honestly, more in general. All right, pros and cons. In theater, it's a lot more like stand-up because it's like riskier. Like things can happen in the moment. Your adrenaline's up. The preparation is really important. And like trusting your scene partners is like super important. It's more team. It feels more like teamwork. Everybody's like has to be on the same page and like like if you miss this moment, you're fucking up my moment. Whereas in film, it's like you miss your moment, we'll just film it again, you know? So the stakes are lower. So sometimes it's not as adrenaline rushy, which, you know, but the product, like when you're in a play, you just like do the play and then you probably receive accolades from the audience after. And that's like the, you know, the gratification of it. As opposed to like when you make a movie, you have this product of this thing you can always refer back to, like, look how good I did in that scene. Whereas theater, it's like, I swear I was good. I promise. So it's interesting. The waiting around, because acting too, of course, like production is important, lighting, sound, this and that. But it's really, especially if it's a straight play, it's really the actors and the script that are like, and the director that are like the main people. Film, everybody is important. Sound person is very important. DP is extremely, of course, the director is important. Yes, the actors are important, but it never feels like the actors are the most important people on set. It feels like, you know, the director, the AD, the DP, in certain situations, the sound and the lighting person are the most important person, you know? So it's like sometimes I feel like production on film look at actors like they're sort of frivolous people. Like, oh, here's the talent, you know, eye roll. Where it's like, I went to college to fucking figure out how to line up this shot and this and that. And pretty sure this girl just like had sex with Sam Rubinoff for this part. Which I did. I'm joking. He's a girlfriend. Can you guys stop taking me seriously? I've had 9 concussions. I'm really sick of it. I posted a picture of that girl. I call her a girl because I don't think she's full grown. Remember she was wearing the green outfit. He did the State of the Union and she was the Republican rebuttal. Katie Britt, I think is her name. I thought she bore a slight resemblance to me. Yep, there she is in the green. So I posted on Instagram the following day, just a screen grab. And I said, thanks for coming to my Zoom show last night, because she filmed it in her fucking kitchen. And then about 10 to 12 people commented, unfollowing. I can't believe came here for comedy, not politics. I'm like, I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch the fucking thing. I thought it was funny that she filmed it in her kitchen and that she kind of looks like me a little bit. And so I fucking posted it. What's wrong with people? I love you guys. Not you guys. You guys would never leave me. You guys would never leave me. Are you guys mad that I have a boyfriend? You don't care. You know why? This is why. I need a pedicure so bad. If you look back, guys, we're going on, well, especially if we drop these, like, you're going to think I haven't got my toes done in months. I got hair on my big toe. I will go, though. I will. I promise. I'll get them done for you guys. What else? What else, Nicole? Help me.
Your senior year of college, did you have to do like a project or performance, like your senior thesis type thing for acting?
We just auditioned for different showcases, and I didn't get in any good ones. I got in like a shitty one because I was drunk. I really wanted to be like, there was one big showcase that they invited industry to. All those people aren't doing shit. So maybe some of them are famous, but it wasn't anything like, they would do these things called one acts in the fall. And then they would do a, big production in like the spring. And it was typically a musical in the spring. Well, they would do the one acts and then they would do a straight play. The thing is, like, my graduating class in college, like the acting class probably had like 100 kids in it. And they would do like the straight plays typically had like 2, 3, maybe 5 max actors in it. So it was pretty clear the faculty would pick their favorites and just keep casting them. But I got cast in a lot of one acts, which were student directed. And those were fun and good, and I like excelled at those. But it's like a lot of things. Like sometimes when you kind of see how the politics of everything is like panning out, where the chips are falling, and it's like, oh, I see. Faculty picks their favorite. I've tried to be the favorite. I did my best. I introduced. It's not me. I'm not it. You know, it's like probably the gay black kid who can do 5 pirouettes. He's gonna get the lead in all the musicals. What do you want? It's not me. But I mean, I've always been like kind of like that with industry, you know, gatekeepers. They never like me. Especially the women. And I don't care. You could I think you have like 2 choices, right? You can spend your whole life trying to fucking please like these gatekeeping industry types, or you can just try to build up your own fucking fan base, and that way you don't have to change. You can just be a raging cunt your whole life. Fuck all them.
I did think that was really interesting, though, in the Palufo episode when you were talking about how conscious you are of like what you're wearing versus how many men or women are in the audience.
For sure. And it's like, it sucks. Like, I wish every woman on the planet was confident. I wish every woman on the planet wasn't insecure in her relationship to the point where she's gonna withhold laughter from a female comic because her boyfriend's laughing at him. But at the same time, I get it. I'm sure I've been that girl. I've been that jealous girl, you know? I've been dating a guy, and fucking Yamanika Saunders can be on stage just like destroying, you know? And like maybe he doesn't want to sleep with her, but she's fucking better than me at this job. So, I mean, it kind of like is what it is. Not to say I hate saying that, but some days you wake up and you're like, I want to be a woman. I want to dress like a woman. I'm happy to dress for the male gaze. I want to command attention in that way and like still have all my jokes hit. But there's something about, dude, going up in like a sweatsuit on a Sunday that you just have this like silly, you can keep your hands in your pocket. You can put your hood up a little, that it just gives you this like different kind of like silly little boy vibe where you can like get away with more because you're not turning anybody on. Nobody's attracted to you. So you can just feel a little like looser and free with your shit. Now, I'll say this, Sherrod Small, who we should try to get on the pod. Good luck. But he yelled at me one night. And I wasn't even wearing a sweatsuit. I was wearing these jeans and a big blazer over like a shirt. And he was like, your jokes don't match your outfit. Because I'm talking about OnlyFans and whatever, like making money. He's like, doesn't work. It's not working. And I did fine, by the way. Not working. Your outfit doesn't match your jokes. Your outfit needs to match your jokes. And I'm like, what? I'm still like me. Like, I'm gonna my outfit has to match my jokes. Like, can't my jokes just live? It sucks. Because guys, they just don't even think about it. They're like jeans, t-shirt, jacket. Let's go. Not to be like, woe is me. But I thought Catherine Blanford looked really cute on The Tonight Show. Shout out to her. She had a really cute, I thought she looked powerful, feminine, and cool. She had on, I think, red pants. She's done it twice. That was the first one. This most recent one, she had red pants on. There it is. Red pants and like a little, like a denim crop top. And I think she's Southern. So it felt very representative of her. Cutie. I like Catherine. Shout out to her. Who else should we just shout out? Miss Peaches?
Do you feel like things have changed with being a woman? Like, I don't even know how to ask this the right way, but I feel like women are being more like, we're team women and on each other's side more so now. Like, now people are, it's public. If you're a pick me, you get shit on. Like, there's a term for women who, hi Mabel.
Oh, why was that hard for you? And why do you have to be so close to her? Sit down.
Women supporting women.
Yes and no. Yes, 100%. in terms of female comics supporting each other. You know, I think we do look out for each other. We try to bring each other up. We mention each other in conversations. You know, I think we're honest. Like, if you're hot and you're not funny, we're going to shit on you. If your following is very obviously either all women that are like, rah, 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 go girls. I doubt you're that funny. No offense, but men are very good indicators of what's funny. Sorry if that's sexist. I'm not saying women, you know, don't know what funny is, but men have been funny for longer. So I think within like the comedy community ourselves, yes. But in my own personal experience, these female bookers don't fuck with me. They don't fuck with me. They like all the male attention that they get. They like holding and waving that wand and like being like, I hold this power over you. Dance for me, jesters. Dance for me. You know, I am the queen bee here. And it's not all female bookers, but a lot of them, you know. I don't fucking work a certain club with the female booker. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But yeah, I think women, we help each other out. But it is some of these like industry types and gatekeepers that I do think that they are deep down to their core chuckle fuckers. And they just want male attention. Kerryn, spicy. Because it's almost like they're like annoyed to book someone. Like, yeah, I guess we can give her a shot. Yeah, I guess, you know, we got 5 guys in the lineup. Fine, we'll give one girl a spot. What was I just looking at? Oh, somebody like just posted all the specials that are coming out this year. And it's like guy, YouTube. And I mean, I'm proud of you. If you want to put out a special and throw it up on YouTube, good for you. Show your body of work. But if you have 2,000 subscribers on there, who's it really for? Don't worry, I'm shooting a special soon, you guys. We had a minor setback regarding that, but we are going to be back on track soon. Oh, I haven't really eaten yet today, and I've mostly just had coffee. I had a banana. My boyfriend bugs me sometimes because he tells me that I'm going to get hooked on my melatonin. But I only take like 3 grams a night.
Yeah, I was going to ask how much you take.
They're in these little chocolates that I take. They're like Source. And like sometimes I'll like, you know, I'll take 1 to 2 like when I'm winding down. And then if I fall asleep, but then if I like, sometimes I'll like not fully fall asleep or I'll doze and then wake up again. And I'll pop another one. Really shut it down. Daylight savings has been, today we are back on track. But for a while we were fucked up. We were waking up at 7. That's an hour late for us. We are at 6 a.m. out the door. But we're back on track today. But I was wondering, I was like, is this melatonin? I think I was tired. I think that there probably was a virus that was trying to get me with all the flying and stuff and the close proximity with people from Detroit. But but I got an IV drip the second I landed, jacked myself full of vitamin C. And then I think I got a lot of good sleep. And I think that's helped me not get sick, if anybody was wondering.
Does the melatonin give you weird dreams?
I never remember my dreams. I quit smoking pot today, though. So maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I take it every night and I have insane dreams and my boyfriend smokes before bed, so he has nothing. Mm-hmm. So I always wake up with some kind of like horrific, vivid nightmare.
Are you mad at him ever? Like, you know what you did in my dream?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, sometimes because it's like, it's like, why do I keep having these similar dreams over and over? It's probably
Tell
something
me what
like
they are.
In my own insecurity and psyche.
Yeah, it's subconscious stuff. What is it? Tell me what it is.
It's like they're all different. Like it follows the similar theme of him leaving in some way, but it depends on if it's like if he's leaving for somebody else or for some other reason. But a lot of them, for some reason, and I've told him this, and like we joke about it because it's just so absurd, is like him leaving me for some significantly younger woman, which like how much younger? Like 16? I don't know.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Not only are you a baby, you look like a baby.
I'm already horrified of that being in my future. And he also is a musician. So of course there's like some degree of him like serenading them with his guitar. It's so embarrassing. And he's like, dude, what are you talking about?
It's your subconscious comes out in your dreams. I used to have this awesome dream where I was like up on a cliff and I was chilling with all these birds. And then all of a sudden they're like, time to go. And I was like, all right. And we would all run off the cliff and fly together. And I would just fly. I was part of the flock. I loved that dream. I had a terrible recurring dream when I was little because I was afraid of my basement stairs, that these two little trolls, like a man and wife, would just sit there and wait for my family members and my pets to walk by, and then they would shove them down the stairs. That one was scary.
In your flying dream, was there ever a point where you were like, oh, like someone's chasing you, you're like, I'll just fly now, and then you lose the ability to fly?
Yeah. All that. Like in the middle of like the air, I would usually wake up. Like when you get that feeling, like you think you're falling, you'd be like, oh my God, gravity's real. What are you doing? Did you shit in my bed? Show me that bone. Show everybody how I treat you. Thank you. Yeah. What's the matter? You ready for your walk? I know. We're going to go. What do you want to do on the walk today? Do you want to take your ball? No. You want to just bark at other dogs? Yeah. Yes. That'll be fun. Yeah, Jason's going to watch you Friday, Saturday, and then your favorite Chanel is coming. I love when Kate Robitard, I hope I'm saying her name right, and Derek Drescher watch her because she gets two parents. And Kate's awesome. Kate is really into her. Isn't she, Mabes? See, Mabel loves all people. It's dogs. She probably loves 20 to 30% of dogs, which is a low number, I realize. But every single person she comes across, she wants to meet. Look at her falling asleep with her bone in her mouth. It's so funny.
I was just looking for my phone because I have it. She looks crazy, right? She looks like possessed.
Mabel, where's your bone? You get your bone? Oh, you're such a baby girl. You my best friend? You my best friend? Yeah. So yeah, they're great. They're dog. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to cover, Nicole. Is there anything in my life? What am I going to do? Look through my text messages? Hey, what are you guys doing?
Do you have any fun DMs? We kind of gave up on that segment after Schoolboy
we could
Q.
read some.
But I kind of want to make that a thing because it's so funny.
Let's see if we got any requests.
Like, I almost want you to have like a hotline for this show where people can call in, but I'm too scared to open that door for people to leave you messages with their voice and sound and video.
Yeah. Oh, well, this person reply. Well, this is a message request, but should we do the DMs in OnlyFans or here? What did we do last time?
Is that kosher to read OnlyFeehans?
Well,
OnlyFans DMs?
We'll check them out. Because some might be cool. Some guys are so funny though. Like I've never responded to a DM on OnlyFans. Most of my guys know that about me. But I will open them sometimes because they'll have like flowery language at first. Be like, hey, I just want to let you know that you're so beautiful. Here's my dick.
Can they send you pictures and stuff?
Yes. Which kind of cracks me up. Because I'm like, hey man, you tricked me with a poem.
Wait, also, have you ever elaborated or explained Eminem 69?
Oh, so Eminem 69 is because I started doing OnlyFans during the pandemic. It like went off, was fucking making money. And my boyfriend at the time, we had sort of been on and off, and he found out about it and called it psychological warfare. Pussy. So I stopped. And I stopped for, I think, like 4 to 6 months. And I think I had like 60 grand in my bank account. And it went away. And while it went away, like I obviously like gave up this money. And he was a trust fund kid, so he doesn't understand like the concept that like you don't just like, not everyone gets to go to Portugal every other day. So our relationship wasn't moving forward. I was like, I'll sacrifice all this money if like, you know, me and you get it back in a good place and maybe we like move towards like getting married and I can like tap into your family's generational wealth, because other than that, this is not mutually like benefiting either of us. So after the 4 to 6 months, I came back, and that's when I came up with a new screen name, Eminem 69, so that I could use just, you know, that part of the song, Guess Who's Back, when I reintroduced the OnlyFans. That's it. I have a very simple mind, you guys.
That's hilarious. Because I remember when I first heard you say that, I thought that was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That it's Eminem 69.
Yeah.
Like it's like a teenage boy's gamer tag on Xbox. It's so funny.
I love when people yell it out at my shows too. It does crack me up. I may act perturbed in the moment, but deep down I think it's pretty funny when you guys are like, Eminem! Most of these are just compliments. Love the content. Said more. I'd love to purchase. Sure.
Wait, yeah, what's the structure of your OnlyFans?
So I do we're getting nice tips. What are these from? You should sell some close-up pics of the pussy. Why? Just watch Lewis's podcast, the racist live chat. Yeah, just like does it. What did you ask?
What's the structure of it? Like, are you? How often are you posting? Like, I'm not going to ask you the classic question of like, when are you posting? But like, how often? Like, how does it work?
I post probably 2 to 3 times a week, depending. And I will do like a video, very explicit video, but I'll only post like the first, say, like 20, 30, 45 seconds of it. And then like right before you can see my pussy, that's when you got to buy it. So I'll send that to like the PPVs with like an additional charge. And then some of you scumbags still rip it and put it on Reddit. So thank you for that. Really cool. I'm sure your moms love you. Yeah, listen to this. Not gonna lie, big reason I'm here is to see your sexy feet that you've teased a couple times on your podcast. That was Gio Perez. Just kidding. Hi, baby. Custom is what they want. They want custom. They want boy, girl. Because that's what they want.
But you don't do customs, right?
No. I don't see the payoff. There's no upside. It's more work for a one-off, for like, when you can just like, listen, this is the boutique shop. This is what we're selling. Buy it or don't. I don't care.
What would someone have to offer you for you to be like, fine, I'll do it?
$1,000, like minimum $1,000.
But they're not coming close to that. Or by principle, you're like, I'm not doing it.
They're not coming. They're not coming close to that. They're not offering that. They want a custom video for like $100, and it's like, listen, what do you want? You want to mail me your little Star Wars figurine and have me shove that up my vagina? Also, it's going to affect my pH balance. I'm not interested in throwing any foreign plastics up there.
What's your like favorite type of content to make for it?
The sauna. The sauna is the best because it's like a win-win, right? You're getting the self-care. You're fucking paying me to enjoy myself in there. And it's also like the way the lighting is I don't have to wear makeup. Like there's almost no prep time.
You should get a foot massage. There's another self-care thing that you could put on there. I want 10% though.
You will. You got it. Listen to Nicole making deals.
What's your routine after you make one of these videos? Like, are you just kind of like stone-faced, upload, move on to the next activity, or what do you do after? Because I'm thinking about like a lot of like me and lots of girls that I'm friends with, when you're sexting a guy, you could just be like eating dinner.
Right.
Like you're not doing anything at all. You're just like,
sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's like I'll only have a certain amount of time, or I'm like, I'll have to like run into a podcast after. I'm like, like sometimes I really will. Like I'm like, I'll have put on makeup for like a podcast or like a show at 9. I'm like, ooh, I got 5 minutes to spare. Let me throw my pussy on this. But sometimes I get turned on and then I masturbate, and then I typically take a nap because I can't stay awake after I masturbate to save my life. But a lot of times I'll do it. I almost always make my content when I'm fasted, like in the morning, so my stomach is as flat as possible. So yeah, a lot of times afterwards I will be shoving food in my face, deciding what price I want to charge. Dude, it was funny. When it first started, there was just such that element of like curiosity that I used to charge astronomical prices and people would pay them. I always wonder if I had never stopped, if I could have like kept the momentum a little bit higher. But it's also like, for me, the pace that I do it, like I don't need my soul to hurt, like this doesn't hurt my soul the way I do it. I'm like, whatever. Like Lewis, like every single time I do his podcast, there's somebody in the Racist Live chat that will like put a picture of my pussy up and he thinks it's gonna like upset me. And I'm like, let's see. Throw it up. I don't care. Looks good, right? Fucking homo. Shut up. You're gay. You're the gay one. Let's see if we got any good DMs. Do you like BBC? What's BBC? Big Black Cock? I have, but that's not what my boyfriend has now. He has a perfect penis. I'm madly in love with him. This guy said, do you want to see my baby pictures? And he is in a picture with his wife for his profile. Most of the stuff is just like nice dumper.
How do you feel about your friends subscribe to it? Or people you know closely?
I'm sure they are. It's fine. They got the money.
Or like people that say it to your face?
It's fine. It doesn't even really bother me. A lot of them, male comics won't admit it, but I know they're all fucking on there. I know a lot of them are. I know that back when I first started, Shane Gillis, John Feidelberg, and one other person. Who was it? There's 3 of them. I remember being so insulted. Split the subscription. I don't know if like somebody Venmoed the other one like $12.50. I don't know how they did it. Just out of curiosity. But yeah, now I'd be like, Shane, you can't afford this? Come on, buddy. You're not even paying taxes in Texas. Yeah, it doesn't bug me. And I'm sure a lot of the girls have done it like a 1-monther, like just out of curiosity. Like, what is she doing?
Are you sub to anybody?
No. Isn't that interesting?
Do you ever like you've never like subbed to someone else purely for research purposes?
No.
Or to inform your offerings?
No.
Interesting.
Because I try to I'm like, if there was like a comic that was, you know, like me that was doing it. But I can't think of a single one.
Yeah, are there any other comics doing it?
They're either, no offense, not on my level. I think Becca O'Neill, actually, she would be the only like comparison. And maybe I did like just look at her page without subscribing. She's a Chicago comic. She's super funny. She's had a Comedy Central like presents, like one of like the quick 5-minute ones. She's really pretty. Other than her, I mean, it's weird because if you don't have any notoriety, we were actually talking about this on Real Ass Podcast on Monday. If there isn't another element to your life, like if you're not, like if you're a scientist with an OnlyFans, people are gonna be like, what the hell? If you're a lawyer, if you're a politician, I feel bad for all these teachers that are getting screwed. I read about one lady who like they're kicking her daughter out of private school just because she has an OnlyFans. And my little sister's a teacher and she's always on my side about it. And she's like, it's ridiculous. She's like, people have to make money. Who cares? So I think I would be like curious if they did. I think like Kim Congdon and I think Sarah Wineshank like throw some like thirst traps up on their Patreon. But other than that, I can't think of anybody. Sorry.
Is there anyone who you think would be great at it?
Yeah, all of them. I think a ton of women would be great at it.
Men. What about men?
Oh,
of your
yeah.
friends?
Mateo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mateo would absolutely dominate. That's the thing. The audience isn't there for the guys, though. Women, we don't do that. We don't seek out like, let me pay to watch a guy jerk off. That's not what we're after. So I do kind of feel bad that this whole income isn't available to men. But yeah, I think a lot of, just based on the curiosity alone, a lot of, like if all of a sudden somebody was like, Lori Kilmartin has an OnlyFans, she would probably make fucking bank. You know, maybe she wouldn't enjoy it. Maybe she wouldn't want to sustain it. Obviously, she probably thinks it's beneath her, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm telling, just the curiosity element, the novelty of it alone, I think goes a lot farther than women realize. Because especially if you're established, because you do already have a fan base. And if you've got a big male fan base, that they're just gonna fucking want to know. They're gonna want to know what you look like naked. It's just the nature of the beast, I think. And if they say no, then that's fine. But they're probably, what? Did you see her? What? Think somebody's here? It's just the elevator moves. All right, we got to wrap this up, Nicole, because I got to walk the dog. Anything else? What can we think of? Mabel? Anything? No? Keep listening, subscribe, come see me on the road for the love of God. Boston, Louisiana, and Austin, all coming up. Good. Thanks.
Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.